press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hi students, welcome back. Today we are going to study or learn how to write an informal letter. In the previous part we have discussed on writing a formal letter. If you have not seen that, see that, and you may also see this. We will discuss and write a sample today as well, how to write an informal letter. Now, formal needed certain things that you have to be very careful on, as in to say the addresses, the salutation, the date, the body of the letter. You need to concentrate on your choice of words with the body of the letter there. But whereas when you write an informal letter, you can be easy. You can use words of day-to-day routine words, because you are maybe addressing your friend, your parents, your siblings, okay, anybody who is very close to you, and you address that letter to them. You're writing it in a very informal way, that is just as we talk to each other. You can divide it into as many paragraphs as you want, as much as you have to say to that person, how much ever you will have to express to that person. Now what's more important over here is you don't have to think over your choice of words very much. You can go with your flow of emotions, you can go with the flow of words that come in your mind. But whereas you write, when you write a formal letter, you have to keep in mind what you're writing, because I told you a small punctuation mark also can change the meaning of the sentence, and that is why English is an easy language. English is very simple. Everything is simple actually only if we understand it. If we don't try to or attempt to understand it, then everything seems difficult. I'm not only talking about English, but everything seems difficult. So when I deal with English, for me English on my perspective and for others who want to learn English is a very simple language, just like any other language that is there. So here while we are writing, we're also going to do it as the same which we did it in the formal letter. We'll first write what are the details to be written and then go on to writing a sample letter. Then I will give you a question which you have to write on your own, okay? Practice on your own. You will get n number of questions on the internet. Just pick one and write, okay? So one or two, just practice. Once you practice, you get a hold of the format. Okay, format is important. Anything for that matter, you need a plan, isn't it? Here likewise you need a format. When you write it in the exact format, it is easy and it goes with the flow. And I told you we're following the British style, so we adopt it. Even the language we adopt the British way of speaking, so we are going to follow the same style. So let me write it down for you how we are going to add on details. First I'll write down what are the things that you'll have to include in your letter, and then we'll go on to write a sample informal letter in this class today. So when you move on to your +1 and +2, you're also going to learn how to write job applications. You're going to learn, if you're going to take into commerce, so certain universities offer you to learn business communication. That is, you will have to learn how to write a business letters. Different fields teach you different things. So that's how letter is very important. How you convince your word or how you write it is more important. So if you don't know, you find it difficult. But if you know, you find it easy. All right. Now take down as I am writing for you, otherwise you will miss on. Don't start somewhere in between and then get confused, because I'm telling it to you in the beginning, I have less space over here and I will have to cover everything on the board. So I will be dividing it into two parts and then vice versa, reversing it to write. So if you follow what I'm writing, and as I'm writing, if you are writing, then it's easy for you, okay? All right. Now we'll write what are the things that have to be included in the informal letter, okay? The first one is, okay, The first one is sender's address. Alright, sender's address. What is that? From whom? Your address. Or whoever is sending that letter. The next one is date. Okay. The third one is salutation. Alright, then is body of the letter. Alright, once body of the letter is done, you are doing a complementary close. Okay, complementary close, subscription, closure. Okay, then your signature and name. Simple as it is, isn't it? So what is missing over here is receiver's address, because that you're going to write on the envelope. So we don't mention it over here. And it is understood because it's in the formal letter, but somewhere if your address goes on missing in the envelope, it is written over here. But when you're posting it to someone or when you're sending it to someone, obviously their address will be written on the envelope, so we don't include it over here. Whereas in a formal letter, you'll have to address it, because now if you think you're sending it to a government office and it is addressed to a certain person, before it reaches that person, it will be going into many hands, and then the right person will get the letter. So here you're directly sending it to that person, so the person will receive it. Alright, so what's important over here is the sender's address in the first point, the date, salutation. Here you can use a dear, okay, dear sister, dear father, dear mother, dear brother, dear friend, okay, whatever it is. Or you can add their names, nicknames, okay. Body of the letter, that is your content. You can go as long as you can, but in the formal letter, what you have to do, you have to be very concise and you have to be very short, because what you will have to convince only certain things there, and you will have to speak to the point. Here you can a little elaborate, you can use expressions there, a lot of punctuation marks which you really feel. Now if you have to exclaim something, or you can use an exclamatory mark and say, wow, that's wonderful, okay. So you put an exclamatory mark there. Then is a complimentary close, okay. Yours lovingly, with love, and yours truly, whatever, okay. And signature along with your name. Alright, now we'll write a sample letter, but I want you to take down the question first, and then we will go on to writing a letter, okay. Take down the question. You are Sarah or Sid. You are Sarah or Sid, S-A-R-A bar S-I-D, Sarah or Sid, full stop. Write a letter to your friend, congratulating him for his new job offer, in about 120 to 150 words. He just graduated from college. Full stop. I repeat again. You are Sarah bar Sid, full stop. Write a letter to your friend, congratulating him for his new job offer, in about 120 to 150 words. In about 120 to 150 words. Full stop. He just graduated from college. I repeat the whole thing again. You are Sarah or Sid, full stop. Write a letter to your friend congratulating him for his new job offer in about 120 to 150 words. Full stop. He just graduated from college. Alright. Now we'll write a sample letter on behalf of Sarah or Sid, and assume yourself to be one of them, and in the end I'll give you one more question. What you must remember over here is each detail that is there carries marks. If you've rightly written it, it's just a right from the evaluator. Okay, so in format, everything written intact will make you score well or full in some ways, except if you don't make any grammatical errors. So how do you not make grammatical errors? If you are in practice of talking, writing, reading, listening, okay, language is always like that. So you don't make grammatical errors when you are always practicing that language or always speaking that language. You don't make grammatical errors, okay, and you understand your tenses right, everything is right. All right, now I'll divide the board. So just like the previous one, okay. All right. Now this also has to be written on the left hand side. Everything on the left hand side. Don't write the date in the right hand corner and get confused. Okay, so for me my right hand corner is this. So don't write your date here. Left side is always this side. Okay, in your book write it in one single page as I am writing and follow what I am writing. Okay, so you can finish up with me. When I wind up, you also wind up. So that's how it will be. All right, write one imaginary address so you can copy what I am writing down. So from the margin, begin. Okay, I am just writing an imaginary address. B-101 Regency Apartments. Okay, Regency Apartments, Andheri East. Regency Apartment, Andheri East, Mumbai. Write one pin code somewhere. 1. Okay, just imaginary. Address can be imaginary. Okay, don't go to write your house address. Write something that is imaginary. So B-101 Regency Apartments, Andheri East, Mumbai. So this is whose address? Sender's address, your address from. Next, leave a line. I put an arrow mark, that means leave a line. Okay. Arrow mark will specify in leaving a line. Now what are we going to write? We are going to write the date. We will write 25 December 2019 or 25th of December 2019. Again, leave a line after the date. All right. Then comes the salutation. Okay, dear. All right. Before B-1, you must write your name. Okay, I just forgot it. I'm sorry. Just write Sarah or Sid. Then in the next line, write B-101. Okay, just add that. I just missed on it. Sarah or Sid, any one of the names. Adopt one of the names. Then B101. Then continue the address. So here we'll assume our friend's name to be Alex. Okay. So we'll write dear Alex or dear friend, however you would like to address your friend. Let's assume our friend's name to be Alex, and then we'll write a letter for Alex. Okay. Now what is to be written in the content? That is, we are going into the body of the letter. So what's to be written in the content? Write a letter to your friend congratulating him for his new job offer. What has happened to him? He has just graduated from college and he has got a job. So what we have to write? A letter of congratulations. Okay, congratulating him for his success. All right, let's write body of the letter. Okay, dear Alex or dear loving friend or however you would like to call Alex, but sensible one. Okay. Then you may leave a line or just begin right after that. Okay, you may leave a line or just begin after that. Let's begin. Well and good if you leave a line. Greetings from Sid and family or Sarah and family. Okay? Greetings from, you can put an exclamatory mark. See, when you write the body of the letter in an informal letter, you are free for your expressions. So you need not think too much on your choice of words. Whereas in a formal letter, you'll have to think. So here you can be very free and easy in order to write and choose your words. Day to day, whatever we speak, we can also include it over here. All right. So what we have here written, greetings from Sid and family or Sarah and family. Next one. You may continue if you have space, okay? Hope you are doing well. Okay? We are great here in Mumbai. We are great here in Mumbai, meaning we are fine here, we are happy, okay? Great has different meanings. According to the situations, words also carry different meanings, alright? So here, greetings from Sid and family, hope you're doing well, okay? Full stop. We are great here in, okay? Or we are doing great here in Mumbai. We are great here in Mumbai or we are doing great here in Mumbai. Any one of them you could write down, okay? Then continue there, I will be continuing it over here. Congratulations. Congratulations, okay, on your graduation. Congratulations on your graduation. Okay, and I am, see we can use the shortened versions also because it is an informal way of saying, but in the formal way I am, right, to split it. Here you can make it short, alright. Okay, and I am even more happier for your new job. For your new job or new job offer. New job offer. We'll finish that with the first paragraph. Now let's go to the second paragraph and then move on to write. Everything begin from the margin on the left hand side. No leaving space anywhere, don't leave space anywhere. Alright, so you may leave a line and write or you can just continue there. Okay, leaving a line also would make it look better, okay, so that when you split things, it's easy to comprehend. So, arrow mark there. Then, next one, I know it is not an easy task. I know it's not an easy task in the fast growing world or the troubled market all right. So I know it's not an easy task in the fast growing world or the troubled market. Put a full stop and continue there. Although this may continue or this may prolong, this may continue, although this may continue, I am very sure that your talent and resourcefulness is commendable or excellent. Commendable or excellent. Alright, I'm going to continue there, but what I've written it, I'll just tell it to you. I know it's not an easy task in the fast growing world or the troubled market, full stop. Although, this may continue, I am very sure that your talent and resourcefulness is commendable. Put a full stop and then I'm going to continue there, alright. Okay. Now just continue this paragraph itself, okay, and then we will split into the next paragraph. We'll continue this paragraph and write it there, okay. I'll just write it down. You have inspired me and a lot of others alike. Okay, so what have I written here? You have inspired me and a lot of others alike. So we'll finish that paragraph and we'll go to the next paragraph. So write in double inverted commas now. Where there is a will, there is a way. Where there's a will is there's a way is apt. Apt is suitable. Apt in your life. Okay, apt in your life. Okay, comma. As you are never a person, you are never a person who would want to stay still, but rather keep moving, keep moving. Full stop. We'll begin the next paragraph now. You will soon go on to be the most widely known. Okay, we have assumed Alex to be graduated as a designer, so we are going to write going to be the most widely known designers in the city and beyond. In the city and beyond. Okay, then I'm going to continue there. Last is we are going to wind up now. See, you may write so long or you may not write, okay, depending on whatever you have to say. So I just elaborated it because I wanted you to know certain words here. Alright, you can write it very short in 2 paragraphs and finish off what you have to say to your friend, but you may also write a little long. Informals doesn't have like a restriction. Anyway, they have given on the question 120 to 150 words, so we are going to finish within that. Alright, so next paragraph. My best wishes will remain with you always. My best wishes will remain with you always. Good luck. Okay, good luck. All the best. Hoping for a great future. Whatever. You can write anything. Okay. Then, last is, you are winding up now. Okay, no formality of thank you and other things. You just write good luck and then you can finish it off. So, complimentary closure with love, or yours lovingly, or yours truly, or yours, okay. You can write with love, love, yours lovingly, yours truly, yours, okay. Who is that? Sarah or Sid. Then write their names. So this is how we wind up our informal letter. So it's easy. Just that, what is the difference over here? Thank you and that formality is not there, and receiver's address is not there, alright. So no formality in writing it absolutely. Okay, so this was how we had to write the informal letter. Your address, so don't miss on that, I missed a name there, add the names, then write the address, then the date, then the salutation, dear Alex, dear friend, dear whatever it is, okay. Or you can just take the name also. Then the body, you must split it into 2 paragraphs, 3 paragraphs, depending on what you have to convey to the person. After that, just good luck, or if you're wishing for anything, good luck, all the best, hoping for a great future, or if you are just wanting to meet you soon, see you soon, okay, miss you, or whatever, you write it and finish it off. Then with love, yours lovingly, yours truly, or yours, put your signature if necessary. If not, that also will not matter. You can just write your name and finish it off, okay. So this is informal letter. So we have studied 2 kinds of letters now, formal and informal. Hope you're going to not make any mistakes in future, and keep in mind now, how will you not make mistakes is when you practice. If you don't practice the art of writing the letters, then it's a waste. Now we have lost the art of writing because of, I mentioned to you in the previous part, because of our texting language that has come, or because of the technology that has made life very easier. We have never written a letter to anybody, unless we wrote it in school and colleges just for our exams. Have you ever written a letter to anybody just like that, or posted it anybody to anywhere? We have never done. I cannot recall of anything that I have done like that, because it was very easy and things were done. Alright, now take one question down so that you can practice it on your own. The question goes like this: write a letter to your friend. Okay, I'll give you 2 questions, so you may write them. Write a letter to your friend appreciating his book, okay, his name of the book is Summer Sands. Appreciating his book Summer Sands, the name of the title of the book. Write a letter to your friend appreciating his book Summer Sands, comma, that he wrote in Kolkata, while pursuing his writing career. What is it? Write a letter to your friend appreciating his book Summer Sands that he wrote in Kolkata while pursuing his writing career. full stop. You are Robert Bar Rubina. Okay, you're Robert Bar Rubina. I repeat again, or put some imaginary name. Okay, that's left to you. Write a letter to your friend appreciating his book Summer Sands that he wrote in Kolkata while pursuing his writing career. Full stop. You are Robert Bar Rubina. Okay. Write a letter to your friend appreciating his book Summer Sands that he wrote in Calcutta while pursuing his writing career. You are Robert or Rubina. That's the first question. Second question is, write a letter to your friend. Write a letter to your friend Andrew. Okay, write a letter to your friend Andrew, inviting him to spend the summer vacation at your place. The summer vacation at your place in Mumbai. Write a letter to your friend Andrew, A-N-D-R-E-W, Andrew. Okay, name of your friend is Andrew. So don't confuse yourself to be Andrew. Read the question properly. Write a letter to your friend Andrew, inviting him to spend the summer vacation, at your place in Mumbai. Okay? You are Leo Bar Lenora. Okay? You are Leo Bar Lenora. Alright? So this is for an informal letter. Formal letter, I can give you one more question. You may take it down so that you can practice that also. Okay? Okay. Write a letter. This is for the formal letter. Okay, I gave you only one question in the previous class or previous part. So take down one more for a formal letter so that you can practice. Write a letter to the PRO, comma. Write a letter to the PRO, Public Relation Officer. Write a letter to the PRO, comma. Apple Computers. Put it in single inverted commas. Requesting to facilitate a talk on the single inverted comma importance of computers and the advancement in computer technology, close the inverted comma. So when you open the inverted comma, importance of computers and the advancement in computer technology, close the inverted comma, in your college or in your school during the science festival. In your school or college during the science festival. I say it again. Write a letter to the PRO, comma, single inverted commas, open the single inverted comma, Apple Computers, close the inverted comma, requesting to facilitate a talk on the importance, open the inverted comma, importance of computers and advancement in computer technology, importance of computers and the advancement in computer technology, close the inverted comma, in your school or college during the science festival. So this is a question for the formal letter. So the rest two that I gave, Andrew and Robert Rubina, will be for the informal letter. So practice on your own and you will get it perfectly. Okay, you will get it perfectly right. Just write it once or twice and you are done with it. Never to forget in your lifetime. Okay, not only for your exams, but don't forget it anywhere. This is like a life lesson. Certain things, though are taught regularly in schools and colleges, certain of them become life lessons. Okay, so one of them is this, because you may have to write n number of letters in the future. You may land up in some job where you will have to write letters, or you will have getting letters from somebody. So depends. Okay, you may get order letters, request letters, business letters, anything for that matter, wherever you are landing. Anyway, one letter at least you will be writing somewhere or the other. So don't forget both formal and informal. Informal is very easy now because we take it to the phones, and if you're writing an email also, you can maybe mix up this format in a way, but formal needs correct usage, and you need to know it thoroughly. So practice it, and n number of questions will come on the internet. Just put letter writing questions and or informal letter questions, formal letter questions, you'll get them. Practice them once or twice till you get it perfectly. Without seeing, just write it down, and then it's done. You are perfectly right with it. Okay, so practice it. Thank you very much for listening. We shall meet in the coming classes with another topic, maybe in grammar, and then we will learn English better.